Hello and welcome to Soul Wisdom ASMR. It's wonderful to be here with you in this peaceful, quiet, tranquil space. Today's session is appearing to me as a lot of information, so I'm just gonna let it flow and let it be whatever it needs to be. So get yourself comfortable and let's begin. So what does it mean to be authentic? That authentically means whatever it means to you, and whatever it means to me might be different. But the way that I understand authenticity is to be exactly as you are, without needing to change yourself for anyone else or to fit into any kind of box to become enough. Hello, Luna. It's a recognition that you are enough exactly as you are, and that it is okay to be you. Whether that means that you need to take a day to cry, whether that means that you need to distract yourself, whether that means that you need to express your emotions with yourself in a journal or to somebody else. Also, whether you need creative expression, whether you are in your bad bitch era, whether you are on the grind, whether you are having fun, or whether you are taking a moment to pause. However you're showing up in your life, it is okay to show up the way that you need to, and it is enough. I'm going to be a bit vulnerable now and speak authentically about a situation that I'm going through, that I've been through, that is happening in my life. And what that looked like was that I was in a rut, a bit of a rut. So it could have been a number of things, but one significant event that feels like it compounded the rest of the things is that I went through somewhat of a breakup, and how I moved through that went in a series of stages, of phases. So I began by allowing myself to distract myself with things that made me feel good and find a sense of comfort and enjoyment in the moment. So I began by allowing myself to watch Harry Potter for an entire day. Do not regret it. No guilt. I allowed myself to do that because that's what I feel like I needed to do. And after that, what I did was I began to speak to people that I trust and that I care about and that care about me, about the way that I was feeling. And as a result of that conversation, I decided to actually book a spontaneous flight 5 hours before the flight took off. I booked it, packed my things, and left. And I went to stay in a community for a few days because to me it was important to be surrounded by people that were in a space of consciousness and love, so that I could allow myself to be seen and to be in a place where I knew that people can receive my authentic self, because of course it's okay to be your authentic self anywhere, but there are certain environments where people, in my experience, are less judgmental, and some people might be more judgmental, and that's okay. I seeked out a safe space where I knew that I felt that it's okay to be me, because I deserve a space that I feel received and accepted and free. Then I allowed myself to motherfucking cry, release my emotions. I did an ayahuasca ceremony and I cried. I allowed myself to also release a scream until the emotions had come out of me and ran their course. And then what happened in that session was that I wanted to express myself through singing and through movement, through breathing and through being with the others and enjoying. So there were many things that happened in those few days that supported me to release my emotions, to accept reality, and to also reconnect with the place inside of myself that felt strong enough to handle what is happening and to move forwards. So then after I took some time for myself to allow myself to release my emotions, to rest, to connect with others, and to be seen, I came back here. And that is when I felt like I'm okay to do this. I have this from here. So I got out my journal and I wrote down how I was feeling. I also wrote down what I want in my life, how I want to spend my time, what I want to manifest, and what I want to enjoy. And then I went to bed. And I woke up the next day and I still felt the difficult emotion, but finally it felt like it had moved to a less intense place where I felt again able to begin motion. Now why I explained all of that is because if you're having an intense time, if you are in a rut, sometimes it's important to allow yourself to be in said rut and seek support, seek out a safe space. And then when you feel ready, then you can access the tools that you have inside of you to begin to move slowly and steadily through it. Like I began to reconnect with meditation, I began to reconnect with yoga, and finally I'm feeling inspired to continue to move towards my passions, my dreams, and the life that I want to create for myself. One moment. There was a super weird noise coming from downstairs. No idea what that was. Anyway. So go easy on yourself if you're in a rut, and get the support that you need and deserve. Access the tools that you have inside of you to regulate your emotions and to reconnect with movement in your life, with what you enjoy. And when you feel ready, continue, because actually the process of continuation and reconnecting with being a part of the constructive, productive movement in your life is the final part of the recovering process. It all moves together in a harmonious transition. Rest, release, tools, connecting with yourself, creating forward movement, enjoying. And there is no way to get your mind and emotions to stop or to make them feel good if they don't feel good. But what you can do is observe, feel, and meet your own needs. Recognize whether you need rest, whether you need support, whether you have the tools available to you to regulate yourself, whether you actually need a little forward movement and creativity and to reconnect with your own power, your ability, your capability, you're enjoying and you're experiencing. And this is a process that's happening naturally. Discernment, inner authority, accepting yourself, exploring your own authenticity and vulnerability, and trusting the divine timing of the moments that unfold. Yeah, this is not an advice video. This is just a video of me sharing, and you can take whatever you like, whatever resonates, whatever you need, whatever you want, and you can leave whatever doesn't. But I want to leave you with this. It's okay to be exactly as you are, and it's okay to have needs. It's okay to be vulnerable. You have everything you need, whether that comes from inside or outside. You will find it, and you will reconnect with yourself and move forward. You can always continue, even if it looks a little messy and you don't always know what you're moving towards. Trust, love, and mystery are guiding the way, and it's possible to create what you want. It requires self-care and action. So that is enough. You are enough. I am enough. And everything is okay. Let's bring the session to a close now. So thank you so much for joining me for that session. I really enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed the challenge of observing my own judgment while I was sharing and continuing to share anyway, not really knowing what I've just shared, and I'm excited to watch it back. Give this video a like if you found it helpful or if you enjoyed. Comment down below if you'd like to share anything with me and each other, or if you have any questions. I love to connect with you all. Subscribe if you have not already, and thank you so much for 600 subscribers. That seems like it's happened super fast. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Take really good care of yourself in the best way that you can. Life will always give you what you need.